Yarrney.
Hello, welcome back to Yarrney. In this tutorial, you will learn how to make this 3D letter O. It's very simple. The only stitches you need to know for this project are the slip knot and chain, the single crochet, the increase technique, and the decrease technique. In terms of material, I'm using this Posh yarn by Big Twist. It's a bulky size, and I'm using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, scissors to cut your yarn, then just a yarn needle at the end to sew in the ends. So to do this 3D letter O, we have to crochet 2 of these flat O's, and then we will do single crochet all around the edges to bring the 2 pieces of O together, and then we will fill the middle portion. And this one O here is worked in 2 parts. So at first we start at the bottom, we work our way up all the way to here, and then we go all the way up here. So this portion here is the first part, and then we come back to work this portion here all the way up until the end to join at this portion here. So the starting point is to do a slip knot and chain. You would take the tail end of your yarn to bring it on top of the working yarn. The working yarn is the part that's attached to your ball of yarn. So wrap the working yarn around your index finger as well. Take the back loop on the index finger forward like this, and then tighten it. Then you have your slip knot. Insert your hook. We will do our chain foundation. So we will basically do 17 chains. So wrap the yarn around your hook, pull the yarn with your hook through the loop on the hook here. So this is your chain 1, and basically we do 17 in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And now for our first row, it's going to be very easy. We're going to do single crochet on the entire row. So the first single crochet will be inserted in the second chain from the hook. So the loop on the hook does not count as a chain. And then this first chain that you see from the hook here, we will skip. So insert your hook in the second chain, wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it back through the chain like this, and then you have 2 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through both loops, and you have your first single crochet. So then you just basically continue doing single crochet on the entire row. You should have 16 in total. Now I'm doing my third here, and then fourth, so my fifth, then it's a 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So this is our row number 1. So in between each row, we will chain 1. So this is our turning chain. So after we chain 1, we turn our project around to always work from the right to the left. So then row 2, we're going to start with an increase. So increase, you insert 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So at this very first stitch here, you insert your hook to do 1 single crochet, and then you insert your hook in this same stitch again to do a second single crochet in the exact same stitch. So this is an increase. Once this is done, we're going to do 14 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Okay, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So at this very last stitch here, you're going to do an increase. So 2 single crochet in the exact same stitch. And this is row number 2. Now chain 1, turn your project around. We're going to start with another increase. So 2 single crochet in the exact same first stitch here. So after the increase, basically the increase, what it does, it will expand the section here. So after the increase, we're going to do 16 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. At the very last stitch, we're doing an increase again so that we expand the bottom of our O. So 2 single crochet in the exact same stitch. So then this was row number 3, chain 1, turn your project around, row 4, increase again in the first stitch. So 2 single crochet in the exact same stitch. And then we're doing 18 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18 here. Then the last stitch, again, we were going to do an increase to expand the bottom section. So 2 single crochet in the exact same stitch. Now chain 1, turn your project around, another increase in the first stitch here. And then we will do 20 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 single crochet done. So you will have one last stitch at the end unworked. You will do an increase again. So 2 single crochet in the exact same stitch. And now you will chain 1, turn your project around. So we've done 5 rows in total. So row 6 and 7 is going to be very simple. You're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So you should have 24 single crochet in row 6 and 24 single crochet in row 7. So in between row 6 and 7, just make sure you do a chain 1 and then turn your project around. And I'll meet you here at the end of row 7. So I'm at my last stitch of row 7. Just do my last single crochet of row 7 here, and then chain 1, turn my project around. For row 8, I'm going to do 7 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you will do a decrease stitch. So decrease stitch, we're merging the next two stitch together. Insert your hook under the next stitch, pull the yarn back through the stitch, insert your hook in the immediate following stitch, pull the yarn back through the stitch. You have 3 loops on your hook. Wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through all 3 loops. So this here is your row number 8, and then that's it. So then you chain 1, turn your project around, and then for all the following rows, so row 9 to 24, so that's basically 14 rows of 8 single crochet in each row. So you basically do your 8 single crochet in row 9. So I'm on my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8. So then in between each row, so this is my row 9, in between each row, chain 1, turn your project around. So then, like I said, all the way until row 22, it's going to be 8 single crochet in each row. In between each row, don't forget to chain 1 and turn your project. And this is basically this portion here that we're doing. We're going up all the way to here. So I did row 9, continue doing row 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 to reach this portion here, and I'll meet you at the end of row 22. So I'm at my last single crochet of row 22 here. Once you're done that, feel free to cut the yarn and pull the yarn with your hook like this. Secure the last stitch. And as you can see, this is our basically first part of the O here. So we're doing this section. Now we're moving to this section here. So if I consider this the right part of my O here, I will turn the project around like this so that this longer bottom part here is facing the left. And now what you want to do is count 10 stitch from the left here. So each stitch is a V formation. So this is like 1 stitch here. So I will just count 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Insert your hook under that 10th stitch like this. Then we will take our yarn and we'll just hook it onto my hook like this, and then I will just pull it with my hook through the 10th stitch, and I will still use my finger to hold on to this part here, the smaller part here, and then this longer part we will use as our yarn, our working yarn. So I'm holding the smaller part here with my finger so that it's not loose. Now this first row of this second part here, we're going to start with the decrease. So we're merging the next 2 stitches together. So insert your hook under the next stitch, pull the yarn back, insert your hook in the following stitch, pull the yarn back. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Just make sure this first loop here is tight. So pull onto your little tail here, and then wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through all 3 loops. And then we're going to do 7 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now chain 1, turn your project around. So before we continue, just remember this little portion here where we started the second part. I'll just come on the other side in the following stitch to bring the yarn through like this, and then I can just do a little knot. So I'll go on the other side, create a little loop here, bring the yarn through, And then on this side here, bring the yarn back and pull it through this middle loop here. This will create a knot to secure the yarn. All right, so now that we're going back to the next row here, so basically from row 2 to 15, the next 14 rows is going to be 8 single crochet, exactly what you did on this side here. So 8 single crochet in each row with a chain in between each row, and turn your project around. So basically row 2, I'm doing 8 single crochet here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. So this is my row 2. So chain 1 in between, turn your project around, and just keep adding single crochet, 8 single crochet in each row, all the way until row 15, and I'll meet you here at the end of row 15. So I'm at my last stitch of row 15 here with my last single crochet. So after we're done with row 15, chain 1, turn your project around. As you can see, these two parts here will be equally high. The next row 16, we're basically working stitches on this side, then we're going to chain the middle section and then join this next portion here. So to do that, we're going to start with 7 single crochet. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then you will notice here you have one last stitch on this side that's unworked. So this will be an increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we will chain 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this acts as our bridge here to move to this section here. So now on the other side, so this left side here, we're going to do an increase on the first stitch. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and then 7 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. After this, we will chain 1, turn our project around. We're doing rows 17 and 18 are just going to be 24 single crochet in each row. So row 17, we're doing 24 single crochet. Row 18, we're doing 24 single crochet. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then my 10th single crochet on this row here, I'm arriving at my chain. So make sure you just be careful here and make 1 single crochet in each chain. So that's my 10th single crochet on the first chain, 11th single crochet, second chain, 12 single crochet, third chain, 13 single crochet, fourth chain, 14 single crochet, fifth chain, 15 single crochet, sixth chain, and then we're arriving at the next section here, just regular single crochet, so 19 here, 20 single crochet, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So that's my row 17. So chain 1 and then just go all the way back with single crochet, 24 single crochet. I'll meet you at the end of row 18. So I'm at my last stitch here of row 18 with 24 single crochet. When you're done, chain 1, turn your project around. We're up to row 19. So here the first stitch will be a decrease. So merge the first 2 stitches together. And what this will do is that at the upper section here, it will decrease the size of the O here. So after the decrease stitch, we're going to do 20 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. So at the end, you will see there's 2 stitches. Those 2 are going to be a decrease. So merge the last 2 stitches together. And this will be the end of row 19 here. So then chain 1, turn your project around. We're going to do a decrease again. So merge the first 2 stitches together. After that, we're doing 18 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So then the very last stitches, two last stitch, we're going to do a decrease. And this is row number 20. Now chain 1. Row 21, we're going to do decrease in the first 2 stitch again. So merging the first 2 stitch together to do 1 decrease. And then 16 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Then the last 2 stitches is going to be a decrease. I mean, you have last 2 stitches together, merged together will be 1 decrease. Then chain 1, turn your project around. We're starting with a decrease again. So merge the first 2 stitches together. Then we're doing 14 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11 here, and then 12, and then 13, we're almost there, 14, and then the last 2 stitches you're merging together to make 1 increase. And this is row 22. Then chain 1, turn your project around. This is the very last row here. Row 23 will simply be 16 single crochet for this row. So 1 single crochet in each stitch total of 16 single crochet for the entire row. So then this is my 4th stitch, then I'm doing my 5th stitch, 6th stitch here, 7 here, then my 8th stitch here, 9th stitch, all just regular single crochet, my 10th stitch, 11th here, then my 12, almost there, 13th stitch, 14th stitch, 15th stitch, and then my very last stitch here, the 16th. So once you're done with that, just go ahead and cut the yarn and then pull the yarn like this, and then you have the O here. So I've already made 2, so if this is your first, make a second one like this and then meet me back here. So with the 2 O's, what we're doing is just to join the 2 O's together, and I like to start with the middle section here. So make sure both O's are aligned, and then basically insert your hook in. I like to start at a corner because it's very evident, and then I'm sure that the alignment is perfect. Then take your yarn, again, just like put it on your hook and then pull the yarn through here, and then we can start just doing single crochet all around. So make sure you hold on to this piece of yarn here, and then just go into the following stitches and do single crochet all around this inner section of the O. And you just keep doing this all the way around. And then before we continue, I just want to make sure this portion here is very stable. So I just do a knot here so that I know that this yarn is not going to unravel. This is our starting point here. So like usual, I like to do a little loop here and then bring the yarn back on the other side. And then insert it in the loop to do your knot like this. And then you can just bring all these outer pieces of yarn inside the project so that it doesn't show on the outside. Same for this one here. So then we can go back to doing the single crochet all around the inner section of the O. So I'll meet you back when you're all the way back at this portion here. So I'm at my starting point here. I'll just do a slip stitch as the last stitch here. So inserting my hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn back through the stitch and through the loop on my hook. So this is a slip stitch. And then I will cut my yarn, hold on to the yarn here. I'll just bring my yarn inside, and just like this, the middle section is completed. And then we will join the outer section here, but don't forget to fill the middle part. So to do the outer section here, I like to start also at a corner. So I like to start at this portion here. Make sure everything is aligned. Insert your hook under both stitch, and just like we did earlier, pull the yarn through and then hold the yarn with your finger so that it's stable like this here, and then just do single crochet all around. So this will start shutting the outer edges, but like I said, make sure you stuff your project as you go, because you don't want to shut the entire project without any stuffing. So go ahead and I'll meet you back at the very end of this section here, and don't forget to do the stuffing like I said. So I arrived at my very end of the O here. I'll just end it with a slip stitch, inserting my hook in the last stitch, pull the yarn back through the stitch and the loop on my hook, and I'll just cut my yarn pull the yarn through, and I'll just use a yarn needle to sew in the ends here. To the back, and then I just like to bring it inside the project. Then I just do this a couple times. Make sure there's no unraveling of any type. Then I cut the yarn. And I have my 3D O completely done. So I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.